Where's my phone? Why do people keep moving things all the time?
What do you need a mobile for anyway? You work in a prison, for God's sake.
No one likes a smart arse.
Except for you.
I've got to go.
If you had a decent job like mine, you could stick around for some fun and frolics.
Well, maybe when I'm the big chief.
But when's that going to be? Next week?
Stay tuned. Everything all right, is it, Jim?
Clockwork, just the way I like it. Good break, was it, Helen?
Yeah, thank you.
I'm going to ask her now. No, hang about, son. Maybe you should wait.
Should wait.
Miss Stewart, I've got a request.
Well, Sandra, any application should go through your personal officer first.
Look, miss, this is something special, and I ain't got time for all the F and blue tape. I want to get married.
Married in prison?
Well, I don't suppose you'd be up for letting me out, would you?
Maybe we should talk about it. I'll set you up an appointment, okay?
Can't you just go and give us the green light?
No. I'll let you know when you can see me.
It's just a wedding, for Christ's sake.
All right, Rachel. Thought I warned you about Fenner.
Look, I don't want to talk about it.
Listen, the man's a pig. He's got a wife, you know, and children.
It's none of your business.
I don't care what he's told you, but once your time's up in here, that'll be it. He don't get sick of you sooner.
Look, Mr. Fenner's done a lot for me. He talks to me like a human being for a start, and like most people in here.
Face it, Rachel, all you are is a bit on the inside. Because in here, he can control you and do what he wants. As long as you play ball, there's no comebacks.
Yeah, whatever.
Christ, Rachel, you know you're not the only one in here. Shit, it's your life.
Lasagna and chips. Don't want to spoil your figure, do you? Think I can manage a bit more, all the same.
Afternoon. Checking on the troops.
I'm sure you're doing a great job.
It's always nice to be appreciated.
Just give us some hot water.
God, what the hell's up with you?
Just give us some hot water, all right?
Watch what you...
Sorry.
Oh, my fault. Oh, you finished Middlemarch?
Something you want, miss?
No, I don't think so.
Then if you don't mind, I'm hungry.
Hey, let's have some respect. That's no way to speak to your governor. Respect doesn't know the meaning of the word. Right hard case, if you ask me.
A hard case.
Well, you know, just difficult for difficult's sake.
Jim, I don't need a bodyguard. I can handle the prisoners myself, thank you.
Thanks. Robin's gone into rehab. He's been clean for weeks. Reckons he's got his life back. That's what I want.
If you've gone 4 days without any help, then I'm very impressed. I know it can't have been easy. Sandra, you have got every reason to beat it. I hear you used to want to be a model. Well, maybe you can make it when you get out of here.
January 2000. Centerfold. If I play my cards right.
I think we can aim a little bit higher than that. Look, if it's detox that you want, then I'm happy to agree to it. And if that works out okay, then I'll think about talking to the #1 governor about your wedding.
Thanks.
I'm offering you a chance to prove yourself, Sandra. Don't let either of us down.
Phone Robin. Told him how I'm getting on. He's well chuffed.
I should think so too.
Come on, girls. Be happy for me.
We are. You're kicking the habit. It's great stuff.
Good. You see,
Well, the wedding's coming up, and I was wondering what I was going to do about a wedding dress.
I think I've seen more meat on a veggie burger.
And that cleavage. Well, that is going to need some major support.
Yeah. Still, we love a challenge,
Don't we?
Miss Stewart?
Monica.
I thought you should know. I've sacked that awful solicitor who represented me at the trial, and I've hired a new one. He's already applied for a date at the Court of Appeal.
Good. I'm glad you're staying positive.
Well, I've been talking to some of the other women. It's helped a lot.
Come on, keep up, I've told you. Come on. What's wrong with you?
Right, that's that all done. Good. There's a woman arriving in the wing this morning, Crystal Gordon, shoplifter.
I'm sure we'll make her welcome.
I'm sure.
Right. If that's everything.
Jim. You, get on well with Michelle Dockley, don't you?
I like to think I get on well with most of the girls in here.
Women, Jim. It's not Swiss finishing school.
No, so I'd noticed. Is there a problem, Helen?
Not that I'm aware of. But your relationship with the women is pretty relaxed, isn't it?
Well, I've been in the job some 14 years. I've found it's the best way to work. Encourages trust, not resentment. If, of course, based on your experience, you prefer me to stiffen up, get heavier, just say the word. You are the boss.
That's right. I am. I know you don't like it, but it's a fact of life.
What I like or don't isn't important. But if the Home Office decides it wants university graduates with virtually no experience running its prisons, that's their lookout.
I see.
Well, if that's all, miss.
Shit.
Look, gathering the waist here makes Zandra's figure look like she's got a figure.
Don't matter how you cut it, the girl needs another 2 stone on her bones.
Hi, Trish.
Hi, this is Trish.
Make a wedding
Leave a message and I'll get back to you. Thanks. Hi, this is Trish. Leave a message and I'll get back to you. Thanks.
Sorry, I've missed you again. You should let me know what you're doing. Who knows? Maybe then I'll catch you in. Love you, Trisha.
More George Eliot. It's good to see the women using the library.
People in here aren't stupid, you know. They're a lot brighter than your screws, anyway.
My officers are trained professionals.
Well, if Fenner's anything to go by, you'd be better off training chimpanzees.
He reckons you're a tough nut. Difficult for difficult sake, he says.
Yeah. Well, I'm not in his fan club, am I?
What's that supposed to mean?
You work it out for yourself.
If Mr. Fenner's conduct is less than professional, you better tell me, Nikki.
Look, I'm nobody's narc. Especially not yours.
When I get out, me and Robin are never going back on smack.
Now you're talking, girl.
Did really well, Zandra.
That's too bloody much to go through it for nothing. It's all going to be different then. Me and Robin will get a stall on Camden Market.
Yeah, you can flog our knock-off wedding dresses.
No, jewellery. I can make it, Robin can sell it. He'd be good at that. He's got a posh voice and people trust a bloke with a posh voice, don't they?
What's all this then?
What's that wedding dress? What do you think?
I think it's madness. No one's got to be mad to get married.
Excuse me, some of us happen to like men.
But would you marry another one?
Well, it's not us that's getting married.
So tell me, what is it about Robin makes you want to be cuffed to him for the rest of your life?
He's good looking, he's kind, never hit me once. And I love him. And he loves me so much, he's chucking up his parents and all their money to be with me.
Well, I hope you'll be happy.
You don't mind, do you, Hal?
Of course not. Always wanted a garden, just hadn't planned on having it in the living room, that's all.
It won't happen again, I promise. Only I need these potted by tomorrow and...
Don't worry about it. It's quite relaxing, actually. I can see why a lot of the women work in the prison garden.
Will you check the potting shed for tunnels?
You should come and give a lecture sometime.
What? Shut up with all those sex-starved women.
They're not all that sex-starved.
Go on, shatter my dreams.
Maybe that's the way in.
Come again?
There's this woman in the wing. She'd be a great ally amongst the inmates if I could get her on my side. Trouble is, I've tried everything. She's not interested. But she's into gardening.
Let me guess. Nikki Wade? I know the prisons are important to you, Helen, but that one's becoming an obsession. Anyway, didn't you say she was a lesbian?
Yeah, she is.
Well, maybe that's your problem. You're the right species, just the wrong variety. You like your gardeners to wear Y fronts, don't you? Hmm?
So, how have your first couple of weeks in Lark Hall been, Crystal?
What am I supposed to say? That they've been great?
It's your first time in prison, isn't it? Although you've previously been fined and given a suspended sentence, both time for shoplifting.
My mother died.
And that's what started you thieving?
I lived in London, but when my mother died in Jamaica, I went home for the funeral. I get back, my job's gone, my home's gone. I used to work in a shop, so I know shops. So I started stealing from them.
That's logical.
Only the big ones, they can afford it, they expect it.
Very considerate.
I know I've done wrong. Thou shalt not steal, that's the Lord's 8th commandment, and I should be punished for it. But I know white girls don't get 12 months for what I've done.
Look, the important thing is for you to make the most of your time here at Lark Hall.
Make the most of my time using drugs, you mean?
No, I meant taking steps to improve your chances of going straight once you leave here. There's lots of classes you can do. Loads of things you can learn.
I know. I had to break into cars, pick pockets, tart. I had to mix drugs with sugar.
That's not what I meant.
How comes you got so many drugs in here? Is this a prison or ain't it?
Look, believe me, Crystal, I don't want drugs in here any more than you do. But the fact is, the users are very determined, and my hands are tied by regulations. There's some places the women just can't be searched.
So the regulations mean you can't do your job?
We were talking about you.
I was right. This ain't a prison. It's a circus. And you and your guards are the clowns.
I'm sorry you see it like that. You might find the show's not as much fun as you thought.
Helen, do you want one?
No, thanks. I don't have time. But while you're having yours, if you can focus your thoughts on a report for me in Crystal Gordon. I want to know how she's settling in, with special reference to her concerns about the presence of drugs on the wing.
That's a new one.
I'd also like to know how she's relating to the other prisoners, whether she's joined up for any classes, if so, which ones. And I'd like a report from a personal officer. I'd also like it before the end of the week, please.
Before the end of the week?
I'd rather not have to ask twice.
I think I'm capable of getting a report in on time. I'm just not used to being told what exactly to put in it.
14 years experience, right?
Something like that, yeah.
Well, I'm sure it'll be a top-draw report, Jim.
I swear I'm going to swing for that cow someday.